The moon rose higher, and as I stood there brooding on the old, unknown world, I thought of Gatsby's wonder when he first picked out the green light at the end of Daisy's dock. He had come such a long way, and his dream must have seemed so close that he could hardly fail to grasp it. But he did not know that it was already behind him. Gatsby believed in the green light, the orgastic future that year by year recedes before us. It eluded us then, but that's no matter. Tomorrow we will run faster, stretch out our arms farther, and one fine morning, so we beat on, boats against the current, borne back ceaselessly into the past.
And that's my boy Toby Maguire. Now listen to me spit some fire. As my one and done spun story for the evening turns to save, so burns the ends of a good friend destined to fringe the fray. Beating a tinge, lesson off the hinge like it was always the way, like I had something real great to say. But I consistently tend to always be able to say it without it ever having to be conveyed, so I bend the cringe and make amends just so we could stay minute made and paid. Hoping my worries like Toby's story would go with the wind before the G's in my mind would stray. Though I wake up with a long yawn as it's long before dawn, so I might not come off as too strong, but I'm not just on some late night stroll. Though if we talking a good time after hours, I hope you know without ever getting sour being told that I'm as good as sold. As this work through the dirt shit was starting to get real old, when every early morning, you know I'd rather stay home and make some gold. Cause this track was a fat dope joint, it was as good as roll, cause I really just wanna make a good song with a little bit of soul. So I grabbed my ball and load myself up another bowl. Like if I was in a band trying to get into jazz, I was playing the tuba. Get in my way and make room, cuz you're gonna hear a move, bruh. Cause I get down on the floor more than a fucking Roomba. And if you're gonna say that we taking on water, then I'm a scuba. If it's action, then I'm gonna be a smooth mover. Cause when I'm wailing the booth, raising the roof, spitting the truth, shade sailing, it's gonna be just because that's how I maneuver. And the only thing I'm in love right now that I can bring to my queen looking above is my future. Trailing in my lane just before the green light changes and getting out in front of my computer. Cause if life's a joke on and off the boat, what is and what wasn't wrote note to note, then I'm living my days out up in smoke like the end credits and bloopers. Still chill, still ill, and you can bet a bill and a thrill that nobody's fucking cooler. Cause if I'm going back to school, then it's gonna be as the next Ferris Bueller. My gimmick's ego measuring my dick, but it's gonna be needing another ruler. Say I wanna nail her, so I screw her. Like if she was in need of a seat, you know I'll be a stool to her. Like if she was dummy thick, you know I'll be a fool for her. Talking more shit than a fucking sewer, but hey, they're the many, obsolete like pennies, and GG's the fewer. Write my raps with permanent marker because I'm an avid talker and a rabid doer. Only dealing the facts, Jack, to kick them back while you get carried away with the rumors. Like if I was in a band trying to get into jazz, I was playing the tuba. So I'm gonna ask you, what if you knew exactly the day you would die? Eyes wide, so much the day your fate's clean slate was tied to that guy. Would you look up at the sky and recognize the clouds and you start to cry, wiping the eyes dry? Or would you do everything you could do or say to fly so high that you could safely say, hey, at least I strive and tried just to try and get by. Gained a wise guy skill and my fly guy will apply. And now I'm figuring my best next song's gonna be Still Chill as the dude abides. Or maybe still ill. So me and the GG stood as we both rise. As the good's the enemy, a great mate, and perfect's the prize. So I came to give you some gas from the masses from all I did. Cause if you keep trying to repeat your past by moving rash in this dime bid, your future will keep kicking your ass just to pass the time, kid. So we gotta keep the twist on the cork fast while the flowing lasts and pop the lid. Blowing mid a few hours after noon. Writing in parentheses and italics, beating the hands off the clock but just waiting for the moon. But don't lose your balance, cause you let time get away from you in the bedroom, it'll become your ultimate doom. Or perhaps, comma space, who knows? We'll see. Might just become the next Great Gatsby. Full like chance of the balls and nods and spitting nasty at max speed. There wasn't a wasted task to read. Sipping motions, smoking weed, we call them phases that tree. Fade off that wacky tobacco, my work stay close to burned down lists. You know my pages be extra waxy and just about what I made to be played so far, that's a fact you can see. So long live the good game and here's to be in that triple G. And a well played way to the day, good enough for this masterpiece. And if I happen to outlast your rap in peace, cause I really just want to make a good song with a little bit of soul. So I grab my bone and load myself up another bowl and hope that you know without ever getting sour being told that this shit was as good as gold.